What's up, everybody? It's your boy, East Bumble Community Gamer, aka Retro Wraith, aka I Prefer Retro Games, aka Zeester Goes Retro, and welcome back to another unboxing video. Today I got something pretty unique. So I showed you guys that I got this, the Game Boy Advance SP, and as you can see, it has a lot of scratches and marks on it. Like, this thing is, like, I've been playing the hell out of this thing, and it's been great so far. This thing works, and it's been an absolute pleasure to play my Game Boy games in backlit screen. But as I'm rotating this thing around, you can see that this thing is not in very good condition, and it's like, the turning point for me was when I see these. Not only are there this big bump here, but the screen is also popping out, which is not good. Dirty on the charger ports. I mean, this console still works, like I said. It's just this thing is in crappy shape. I see I don't know what the hell happened on the top here, and if we flip it open, you can see the inside is another mark here, some marks all around here, more stuff on the top, price sticker mark, which I'm gonna have to clean off. The volume's all the way off, so that's why you don't hear it. But yeah, still turns on. It's a great system, but it's very cosmetically flawed. Which today we're going to unbox this. I'm about to do some on my channel that I have never done before. I mean, I've made a Nintendo Switch accessory out of foam core, an NES out of cardboard, which I took apart, and now I'm going to build my very own Game Boy Advance SP with this, the Extreme Rate Game Boy Advance building kit. So I bought this off of Amazon. The color I have here is Atomic Red. And tonight, I'm going to make my very own Game Boy Advance SP. I'm going to tear this, and I'm sorry to disappoint you guys for looking for a tutorial, but this is not going to be a tutorial video. This is an unboxing and review, so this is going to count as an unboxing video. So in a bit, I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to assemble the thing together. But what this is you get this little box here. It was supposed to come on 2 days, but ended up taking 5. So let's just get right into it. Let's see, let's get this out here. Alright, we got our mini tools here. We'll get to that in a second. This is the color I got. Because who doesn't love Atomic Game Boys? Alright, we got some stuff here. Buttons. More stuff. And here's it's a fallen. Mamma mia. Got a little thing here. Thing looks nice. Yeah, I expect it to come in parts and pieces. As it says, console not included, which I can understand because this was like $25. As the bottom half. I've been so looking forward to doing this for a while. Buttons, like I said. Little mini tools with screws and stuff. That's adorable. I love that. Some battery. I think this is to hold the battery pack or something. Some rubber. For the buttons. Metal plate for the bottom of your system. And some stickers. Nice. And a little booklet. Yeah. I am going to Oh, look at that. Gamer man, I might keep this just for... Oh, my back. Sorry. I might keep this just for the fact it's a little Game Boy. So yeah, we are on our way to making our very own Game Boy SP. This thing looks to be in excellent condition. I think so far they did a really good job packaging in the box. And without further ado, let's make a brand new Game Boy Advance SP in 3, 2, 1. And here we have it. The new Game Boy Advance SP with the Atomic Red shell on it. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, for the most part, I think I did a really good job, and I'll explain why in the most part in a second, but system works, turns on, and has all the new buttons. Yeah. This is the first time I actually was able to do something like this. I know I said I was going to clean the screen here, but long story short, one time I rubbed disinfectant wipe on my calculator. Stupidest mistake I've made in a while, because that left chemical spots all over my screen. And I know rubbing alcohol is safe on electronics, but for the sake of not, just in case, like just for safe measures, I left the screen be. So let me explain why this isn't really perfect. I mean, it looks fine from here, but this might be this looks a little uneven. I can't, if you can, please let me know. Let me know if I messed up here, if you can see, because, again, looks fine from here, but I don't know, that right part of the, or no, that left part of the ribbon cable, I don't know if that's completely in all the way. It's mostly in, but I don't know if it's in all the way. The right side is. And I cannot express enough that you really, really have to be careful with the hinges, because I kind of damaged the hinges on this thing. I mean, it still folds properly, as you can see. Still folds like any other Game Boy Advance SP would, but I really, says not to do it violently, and yet I was having a ton of trouble getting those out, and I had to apply a lot of force to it because it was just not budging. I almost don't feel sorry about that part because it was a huge pain in the ass. But other than the small little flaws made with this thing, I mean, like I said, it was my first time doing something like this, and for the most part, I personally think I did a good job. If you guys have any building tips with this kind of stuff, please let me know in the comments. Let me know what I can do better for next time, and I'll be willing to take your feedback. But yeah, otherwise than that, buttons feel great. Start and select the backlit screen button, and it still technically looks like a Game Boy Advance SP. It's in better condition, and here's the condition of the other console. As you can see, I had to take this apart. I'm not going to get the rest of the pieces at the moment, but yep, this is the shell of the old one, and as you can see, yeah, very poor. Okay, let me tell you, the inside was a hell of a lot more dirty than I thought. As you can see, there's dust and grime and shit all in the console, which I was not aware of. If you can see that, I was appalled. Like the circuit board, oh yeah, as you can see here, it's fucking disgusting. Ugh. Yeah, I was absolutely appalled to see that there was all kinds of dust and debris on the circuit board. So I did take a little bit of a toothbrush and some isopropyl 91% alcohol, since that's safe on circuit boards. And I showed you the charger port was dirty. And it still is kind of dirty. I didn't do a full cleaning on this, but I did get in there a little bit, just gently. And I also, with a Q-tip and the toothbrush, I also gently just tried to touch it up. Didn't do a full-on cleaning, but just tried to touch it up a bit. So yeah, there was also a foam piece, or that it could put in the screen, but the foam piece was on there tight, so I didn't want to tamper with it. So without further ado, I don't know if I talk about Mega Man 02 a lot on this channel, but I did do that on my One Collection update. So let's just show you how this works. Let's just show you how this works on the Game Boy. We're just going to do a little bit of a quick gameplay. Backlit screen looks awesome. Even though the condition of even though this console was in bad condition at one point, it's still, the backlit screen still looks good. And unlike the first time I got an original, well, that one time I got the original model Game Boy Advance, this one right here, I was playing King of Fighters, and you guys couldn't see that too well. Let me just show you a little bit of, I'm just going to play while looking through this camera, so we're playing in a video. I can't express enough how much I love the Game Boy Advance. Also, Zero's not his usual red color, because I am oh so good at this game. So, yeah, as you could see, the right button, or the L button I mean, works really well here. Yep. As you can see, I'm playing. Oh, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So, there you go, guys. That's my brand new Game Boy Advance SP that despite the little flaws like I mentioned, I'm still very proud that I made this thing. I did not make this thing without any experience. I did have to search up a tutorial. eXtreme Rate, the company that made this shell, does have a video, 21 minutes, explaining how to replace the shell on your Game Boy Advance SP, and I cannot express strongly enough. I follow every single step of that video, because I can't begin to tell you how many times I almost fatally messed up on this thing. Like screws on the original model almost becoming unscrewable from getting damaged. Some glue that was wedged in one of the rubber hinges, or the rubber that protects this. I almost had a loss of hope because I almost messed up quite a bit of times, and those hinges, trying to get out those hinges was a hell of a chore. I mean, I could not for the life of me get those hinges out, so that's why try not to use brute force. I would just take it to a electronics department or a repair center if you can't do this on your own, if you're having trouble, but it's really not that hard. I would recommend, I'm gonna see if I can mod this at one point. Looks easier because it has one screen instead of two. So without further ado, thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna play this for a while and see you later. Peace out, y'all.